Dear students, today we shall learn a beautiful poem, very famous poem by a popular poet. I know why the caged bird sings. I know why the caged bird sings. By Maya Angelou. Students should take extra effort to learn the name and spelling. It's pronounced as Angelou, not angel, Angelou. Maya Angelou. So we shall look at this poem. The students, now I should introduce to you the author Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou was an American poet. We have poets from Great Britain, from America, from Russia, from India, like that. So she was from American poet. Born at Missouri, a place in America, in 1928, and died at North Carolina in 2014. So she was not someone who lived long ago, somebody who was with us till recently, in 2014. You must have been studying in the school in smaller classes when she passed away. Yes, 2014. What are the outstanding qualities about Maya Angelou? She was a powerful feminist writer. She was a powerful feminist writer. There are people who write for certain cause, C-A-U-S-E, certain cause, in order to achieve certain goal. Here, Maya Angelou was a feminist writer. That is, she wrote for women, to encourage women and to make sure that they have their rights preserved. So she was a feminist writer who wrote for the cause of women. She was of Afro-American ethnicity. Afro-American ethnicity. It's given in her introduction. Very difficult to understand. I need to explain. Afro-American means one who has identity in both. That is, her ancestors belong to Africa. They might have migrated from Africa to America and settled down in America. But now they are living in America and they have the citizenship of America and they enjoy all the privileges of being an American. So she was from Africa, but now in America. So Afro-American ethnicity. Ethnicity speaks about the place of your origin. You have ethnic people. The tribals are supposed to be the original inhabitants of any land. Tribal ethnicity. We have, you studied Chief Seattle's speech. There they are speaking about the Red Indians. The Red Indians were one ethnic group. Red Indians were one ethnic group. Africans were another ethnic group. These are Afro-Americans. She was a civil rights activist. When you write, this year you may not need so much. But if you are in 11th class, you need to know all these details because you need to write essays. In 10th class you have only extracts. Therefore, you don't need these details so much, but to know the author and the poem better, certain of these points are important. So she was a social civil rights activist. What is the meaning of civil rights activist? That's what I want to explain to you. Before that, I want to introduce to you certain other civil rights activists so that you will understand easily. Like Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. who fought for the rights of the dark people. You have Malcolm X, another famous civil rights activist, fought for the rights of Muslims. Fought for the rights of Muslims. He was also from America. And Nelson Mandela, you must have heard of Nelson Mandela, South Africa. He lived, he was with us very recently. Nelson Mandela, famous civil rights activist. So what do these civil rights activists do? They fight for social justice. They fight for racial justice. Certain things what people should get, they are being denied. They are being denied because of certain reasons. Some reason or other. Here it could be, a reason could be social. That is because they are born in some particular society. For example, born as an African. Or born in an Afro-American settlement area. Like that. Or it could be a racial, belongs to one particular race because a certain person belongs to a particular race. Like Indians, Red Indians, or it may be an African. Because of that, certain rights are denied. So these people, they fight for their rights. And they fight against oppression. Fight for the rights and fight against oppression. People are being oppressed, suppressed because of certain reasons by some people for their own vested interests. So they fight against oppression. That's the meaning of civil rights activist. So Maya Angelou, our poet, was a great civil rights activist. And the last 2 points about the author, an inspiring hero, great hero, well known everywhere, especially in America and all over the world, of course. Very close to great people, but she stood for her cause. A great motivator. Thousands of people used to flock together to listen to her. They used to invite her to give motivational talks. And the poems that she wrote, the autobiographies she has written, and the number of speeches she gave, and the videos shows she appeared, all these have become great sources of inspiration and motivation for many. She always used to say, have the courage to speak up. Have the courage to speak up. You have something suppressed in you. There is something being stopped inside. Bring it out. Speak it out. So that others know it and people will get benefited. So this is in gist about the author. Having this in the background, you will understand the poem better. Next we shall look at the poem. The poem, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Look at the title. I know why the caged bird sings. Some of us may have an idea that once the bird is caged, his freedom is curtailed, and as a result, it cannot sing, it cannot speak. No, Maya Angelou gives us a different picture. That's why I said, she often said, speak up. If you have got something to speak, speak it up. A caged bird can only sing. It does not have any other freedom. The only thing left to itself is the ability to sing. So, caged bird, I know why the caged bird sings. The caged bird is a metaphor. You know what is a metaphor? A metaphor is a figure of speech wherein there is no difference between the thing that is compared to and the thing which is compared with. Simile is, you are saying like this, as, looks like, but here it is not like that. Both the things are same. So the caged bird has become a metaphor. That is, caged bird stands for Maya Angelou and others who have been oppressed. Here it is the Afro-Americans. The people of African originality who are living in America. But normally, a metaphor is a figure of speech wherein there is no difference is seen. So here, Maya Angelou and others have become the caged birds. So it's her own story. They are speaking, Angelou is speaking about herself and such people who have lost their rights, legal rights. So caged birds is a symbolic word. It stands for slavery. It stands for curtailment of freedom. Curtailment of freedom. Your freedom is restricted. You do not have full-fledged freedom. Not even the ordinary freedom. All these are being cut down, curbed. In her poem, there is one distinguishing element. A contrast is being drawn. A contrast between two things are drawn. The contrast between freed bird and caged bird. A bird that is free on the one hand. A bird that is being caged on the other hand. Making a comparison, making a study of differences between these two. Other words could be used for caged bird. Similar words could be used as shackled, S-H-A-C-K-L-E-D. Shackled means being chained. Yes, in Bahubali, the movie Bahubali, in Bahubali 1, at the end of Bahubali 1, you will find the queen. Of course, here Anushka is being shackled, chained, with a lot of chain. She is being chained. Her freedom is restricted. This is just to help you to recollect, to understand what shackled means. Trapped, another word is trapped, like a hunter who traps the animals. Trapped. So these are some of the words that we could use. Freed bird. Freed bird is symbolic of endless freedom. Endless freedom. Unlimited freedom. There is no limit to his freedom at all. Endless freedom. So, freed bird versus caged bird. Free bird has unlimited freedom. Caged bird has no freedom at all. And in this poem, she introduces some of the things through beautiful wordings. Free bird sings, the caged bird dreams, the caged bird sings. Sorry, it should be flies. The free bird flies. The free bird flies. The caged bird dreams. The caged bird sings. The very quality of a bird is the ability to fly. Birds are made with wings they can just flap their wings and fly. If they are not able to fly, then their freedom is attained. If you ask a bird what it would like to have, then it will say, give us the freedom to fly. Even without food for some time, they can manage, but not without flying. Because that is the very essence of their being. But a caged bird cannot fly. It can only do two things. What are they? One is to dream. A caged bird dreams. A caged bird sings. What it dreams, what it wants to become, all the hopes that it has to be expressed in the form of singing. That's what the speciality of this poem. It's also an autobiography. This poem is an autobiography of their author, Maya Angelou. What is an autobiography? Biography is one's story. The story about biography is story. Autobiography is one's own story. I can write a biography about somebody else. Then I call it a biography of so and so. But if I am writing about myself, it's my autobiography. So, this poem is an autobiography of her own life, Maya Angelou's life. The reference is given in your introduction. Life in Arkansas. Because of certain reasons, she was sent away from home. She could not stay at home, so she was sent to her grandmother's house in Arkansas, and she lived there for quite some time. So this poem is about her life from very small age up to when she was 17 years old. There she had very bad experiences of being oppressed, suppressed due to her being an Afro-American, and also for her being a woman. On both counts, that is race and gender, she was suppressed. And she had a very particular incident, an assault. An assault is a physical force, somebody forced her physically. An attack, somebody attacked her. So the assault and the trauma is terrible experience that one goes through after somebody is being attacked or after somebody faces a very bad experience. The experience that you go through is called trauma, very bad, sorrowful experience. As a result, she went into silence for 7 years. For 7 years, she did not speak. Then, with the help of her teacher, she started to write poetry, and through the writing of poetry, she came out of the trauma and the silence. So, this poem is about how she experienced life as a child and what all difficulties she had to undergo and how she could get over it through singing, that is by expressing herself later on. That is about the poem.